Good morning, Chair Pacheco and Chair Cabral and members of the Joint Committee on State Administration and Regulatory Oversight. My name is Rahsaan Hall, and I am the Director of the Racial Justice Program for the ACLU of Massachusetts. I also had the privilege of serving on the Special Commission to study civil asset forfeiture policies and practices in the Commonwealth, along with my colleague Lisa Hewitt. And Chair Cabral, although I am an ordained reverend, I've never styled myself a prophet, but I will speak prophetically in this moment to say I think all your years of labor may be coming to a head just now. So I'm here to testify in support of H 3233 and S 2105, an act relative to asset forfeiture data and reporting, and ask that you report them out favorably of committee. I'll specifically focus on the need for increased reporting standards, specifically to help address racial disparities. Now, I'll mention that there are several other bills before the Judiciary Committee, H 1757 and S 965, an act relative to forfeiture reform, that make several other meaningful reforms. And it's because for too long, civil asset forfeiture has harmed people and families, particularly communities of color who are already over-policed. The reforms in these bills and the recommendations of the Special Commission set a solid foundation for reforming our state's civil forfeiture law. They chart a clear path forward to remedy this flawed system. The final report of the commission made a series of recommendations that included, among other things, raising the burden of proof and improving reporting requirements, et cetera. The report aligns with the proposed legislation before this committee today. And although the legislation that is being considered does not specifically address the need to collect demographic information of individuals, the bill nonetheless is still important because it can help elucidate what is happening in the courts. As a commission member, unfortunately, there was little to no information provided to the Special Commission about the impact that this legal tool has on communities of color. And given the poor reporting standards under our current forfeiture law and the lack of transparency surrounding its practices, we can only draw logical conclusions to make reasonable inferences about the impact. But we cannot accurately assess the depth and breadth of the disparities or identify any potential misconduct. And so there are a variety of statutes that permit forfeiture of money and property found to be connected to crimes related to any number of offenses. However, the vast majority of civil forfeiture cases in Massachusetts come under Mass General Laws 94C. And the recent Harvard report on racial disparities in Massachusetts criminal system that was written at the request of former Chief Justice Ralph Gantz showed that Black and Latinx individuals were overrepresented in the criminal legal system generally, and specifically in drug charges and drug indictments. And so Black and Latinx individuals were much more likely to be indicted and prosecuted in Superior Court, which is where 99% of forfeiture proceedings generate from. And so here is a place where these bills can make a significant impact in providing more information about what is happening with the amount of money that is being collected, the reporting requirements, and what is happening to the money. Ultimately, we're hopeful that if not through this piece of legislation, other pieces of legislation will address the need to account for the race and other demographic information of the individuals whose property has been seized and forfeited. But the detail of reporting that is required through these bills is going to help us understand what is actually happening with these forfeited funds. And so now is the time to improve Massachusetts asset forfeiture laws by requiring more robust reporting. And these changes will make us a national leader and ensure fairness in another aspect of the criminal legal process. And so we respectfully urge this committee to give these bills favorable reports and welcome the opportunity to work with the committee.